Hi, I'm Maggie from maggiescrochet.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful scarf using Red Heart Boutique Sassy lace. And everything that you see me use in the video is available at maggiescrochet.com. And the first thing I thought I'd show you is how the yarn looks when you purchase it. It's in a, I guess you'd call this a hank. And all you need to do to start working with it is to just slide this off. And then I suggest that you just leave this standing like this. There's no wrong or right side to this. And as you need the lace, just keep twisting this like that. And this is really, really quick and easy to work with because it's a netting yarn. It has the holes at the top. But you don't need to like keep opening it up or anything. It's already open and there's no twisting, which is like so easy to work with. So now I'll show you how to start this scarf, and then I'll show you how to finish this scarf and what kind of technique I used with the lace. So to start the scarf, what I've done here is I've trimmed the yarn just to the right or this side of the first eyelet row, and I'm going to go ahead and start my scarf right away in that. So there's no need to fold over with this, and it's really nice that I don't have to unravel my yarn or anything. It's very flat. So I'm going to insert my hook from front to back through the first eyelet, and I'm going to pick up 8 loops in my first set of, to create my first stitch. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I'm going to take the very last loop, put it in the head of my hook, and leave it there. And I'm going to put my index finger right here on this side, between the last loop and the rest of the loops. Then I'm going to put my thumb on the other side. Then I'm going to turn the head of the hook down, and I'm going to bring that through all the loops that are on my hook, just like that. And that creates the first stitch. So now I'm going to place a stitch marker. Especially if I'm a beginner, this is a great idea, or if you're a beginner. Now for the next set, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to skip this one, pick up this one, skip, pick up, skip, and pick up. So it's only 3 new ones that I'm picking up. Same thing, I'm going to put my index finger here. The last loop is hidden down into the head of my hook right here. And I'm going to put my index finger here. I'm going to grab the 3 loops that are on my hook. I'm going to turn the head of my hook down, and I'm going to bring them through the 3 loops that are on the hook. And then I'm going to place a stitch marker. Okay, so then I'm going to do that twice, where I pick up 3 loops every other time. So it's going to be 1, 2, and 3. We tried making this scarf with picking up 10 loops and only, and just a different variety of stitches, and this worked out better. Okay, so I picked up every other stitch 3 times. So now the very last loop is in the head of my hook. I'm going to turn that down and bring it through the 3 loops that are on my hook right there. And now I can go to the first stitch marker that I placed. I can remove that and bring that up to the new loop that's on my hook. So now I'm going to do a set of 10 and 2 sets of 3, and now I'm going back to a set of 10 where I pick up each loop. 2, 3, 4, not a set of 10, a set of 8. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so very last loop stays on my hook. I'm going to bunch these together with my index finger and my thumb. I'm going to turn the head of my hook down, and I'm going to bring the last loop through the remaining, all the loops that are on my hook, just like that. Now if one gets stuck, which it didn't get stuck, you can always, well maybe it did. Let me see if I've got, no, I've got one. If you're having trouble with them being stuck, you can always take one off at a time or a couple off at a time, and you know, that would help. So now I can take the bottom, the previous stitch marker here, and move it up. Okay, so, and at the very end now I would do 2 sets of 3 where I pick up every other one, and I want to end with a group of 10 because it's going to hide my finishing end. And so to do that, I am going to cut my yarn. Let's say I've completely done this, and then you just cut your yarn about 4 inches out like that, and then you yarn over with that whole end of the yarn. So like right here, I'm going to yarn over with all of it, and I'm going to take my last loop and pull that whole strand of yarn through the last loop. And it's kind of tight, but that's okay. And then you pull that strand all the way through like that. So it should look like this. And then you want to remove your stitch markers like this. And then you want to tie a knot with that end. So just go like this and go like this. And move the knot as far up, as close to the last group of, to the last stitch that you did as possible, and make sure it's really tight. And then go back and clip about maybe a 1/2 inch away from the knot, like right there. And that last ruffle, I think I said make sure you do 10 at the end, but the whole thing is 8. It's groups of 8. And then you do a group of 8, and then every other one 3 times, twice, and then back to a group of 8. The whole thing is done on a group of 8. It was just that my first sample was done on 10, and we actually ripped it all back because we thought 8 would look better. So, everything that you saw me use here in this video, including the Dreams hooks, the Red Heart Boutique Sassy lace, and the stitch markers, are available at Maggie's Crochet. And all of these videos are part of a channel, and the channel is called Maggie Weldon. And we also have a channel for product reviews, and that's Maggie's Crochet. And you can subscribe to the channel and to our feed, and then as soon as we have new videos come out, you'll be notified. So you'll get some exciting free patterns and projects and everything. So I want to thank you very much for watching, and leave any comments in the boxes below.